Hey yogis, I'm Cassie, this is Amber with me, and we're going to do an hour flow. You will need 2 blocks for our flow, and let's all start in Child's Pose. So we're going to come into knees wide, big toes together. Bring the bottom back to the heels, forehead comes down to the mat. And just settle in here. Starting by scanning over the body. Starting to notice the breath. Let's go ahead and turn the gaze upward and into the third eye. Set an intention for your class. Inhale through the nose. Fill the belly, fill the lungs. Then open the mouth, exhale it out. Again, inhale through the nose. Fill the belly, fill the lungs. As we open the mouth and exhale it out, almost like you're fogging up a mirror in front of you. Last one like that. Inhale through the nose. Fill the belly, fill the lungs. Draw the breath down the body. Then open the mouth, exhale it out, fogging the mirror up. Inhale, Ujjayi. Find the slight constriction in the back of the throat. Exhale through the nose, slight constriction in the back of the throat. Two more like that. Inhale through the nose, slight constriction. Exhale, slight constriction. Last one. Slowly start to bring the hands up to the knees. We're going to come into an easy seated or crisscross. We're just going to inhale the arms up. And then exhale, bring the right hand down to the floor, right beside the mat. And then the left arm comes up and over, keeping that shoulder open. Try not to let that shoulder collapse. So just finding that side body stretch. Inhale back to center. Both arms come up. Exhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Lengthen through the arms. Inhale, drop that left arm down. Right arm comes over. Again, rotate that shoulder open. Try not to let it collapse. Just finding that side body stretch. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, let's find a twist. So left arm comes to right knee, right hand behind, gaze over that right shoulder. Inhale back to center, both arms come up. Exhale it out, grow a little bit taller, lengthen through, draw the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, twist, right hand, left knee, left hand comes behind, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. And then we're just going to take the hands down, folding over with the legs crossed. Fingertips to the mat, lift the palms like you're cupping a cupcake and just gaze down at the mat. Walk the hands back. Release the legs out in front. We're going to take a forward fold. Inhale the arms up. Draw the belly in, and with that nice flat back, fold over. So first forward fold. If you feel like you need to bend the knees a little bit, feel free. Let the head be heavy. You don't have to hold it up. Just softly breathing through the back of the legs. Relax here. No forcefulness in the body. Just slowly allowing the body to warm. One more breath. Inhale, bring the arms all the way back up. Exhale, hands come down. You're going to cross the ankles, coming onto hands and knees. So spreading the hands wide, pressing that pointer and thumb into the mat, rotating the elbows so they're facing towards the front of you. Knees stacked under the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. We'll take 3 more breaths in cat-cow, or if there's any other movement you would like to take with the hips. Two more. You want to take barrel rolls with the body, or maybe taking the right ear to the right shoulder, turning the right hip up, or other directions, or circles with the hips. One more breath. And we'll come back to tabletop. Let's go ahead and take the right leg back, left arm forward. Lengthen through. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. And then hand to knee, come down. Opposite side, left leg, right arm. Draw that belly in, press the left hand into the mat. Inhale, lengthen through, gaze looks down at the mat. Exhale it out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Hand to knee, come down. Let's go ahead and tuck the toes. Start to lift the hips up into downward dog. So finding that inverted V with the body, spreading the hands wide. You can bend the knees for modification. Try to push the chest towards the thigh. Let's lift the right leg up. Come up high on the toes of the left leg. Find a little length through the right leg, stretching the back of the left leg. And then soften the left heel down to the mat. Bend the right knee, stack the hips. And let's just take a couple circles with that right knee. Breathing through. Release the right leg back to three-legged dog. We're going to take right knee to right elbow. Release it back. Right knee, left elbow. And back. Right foot comes down. Left leg lifts. Lengthen through the right leg. So come up high on the toes of the right foot. Lift that left leg up. Soften the right heel down to the mat. Bend the knee, stack the hips of that left leg. Take circles with that knee. Back to three-legged dog. Left knee, left elbow. And back. Left knee, right elbow. And back. Left leg comes down. We're gonna come up high onto the toes, tiptoe the feet to meet the hands. So grabbing the elbows, hanging in ragdoll, letting the head hang heavy, bending the knees as much as you need to. So it's our second forward fold, and just softening the body into it. Softening the back of the legs, finding your breath. And maybe just coming back to awareness, to that intention you made at the beginning of class. Release the hands. We're going to take the hands, interlace them at the base of the spine, the lower back. And then just softly let them come up and over, opening up through the shoulders, let the head hang heavy. Breathe. Keep the Ujjayi breath flowing. Release the hands. Inhale for a flat back. Hands can come to the mat or to the shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Root the feet into the mat. The arms come all the way up. And then exhale, hands come to prayer. And just close the eyes again, taking a moment to keep mind-body connection. To keep the heart open, to be gentle with yourself. To create mindfulness in your practice. Inhale, circle the sun. Exhale, flat back, fold it down. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. We're gonna step the right leg, then the left. So finding plank pose. Find a little rock front to back. Lower down onto the knees. Hug the elbows in, lower down halfway. Drop all the way down. Inhale to baby cobra. Hover the hands. Engage the glutes. Exhale, third eye to the mat. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, third eye to the mat. Take a breath. Inhale, baby cobra. Hover the hands. Engage the glutes. Exhale, third eye to the mat. Inhale up, full cobra. Engage the glutes. Hug the elbows in. Exhale, third eye to the mat. Take a breath. Tuck the toes. Lift up the knees. High push up back to plank pose. Lower down halfway. Inhale to up dog. Legs don't touch the mat. Top hands and tops of the feet. And then exhale, downward dog. We'll do a couple sun salutations for warm up. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step or float. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the sun, root to rise. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, circle the sun. Exhale, flat back, fold it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, step, or float. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or float. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the sun. Exhale, flat back, fold it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, step, or float. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Last one, inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or float. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the sun. Exhale, flat back, fold it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, step, or float. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right leg up. Right knee, right tricep. Try to bring it high. Bring it down to the elbow. Down to the wrist. Release it back, three-legged dog. Right knee to nose. Stay in that downward dog. Just crunch the knee into the nose. And then shift forward onto those left toes. Drop the right foot between the hands. Left knee comes down. Inhale it up to low lunge. Push the hips forward, sit into that leg. Half splits. Inhale, create space. Exhale, fold. Breathe into the back of the leg. Relax the face and the jaw. And just breathe. Inhale back to low lunge. Walk the hands with the foot. Keep the hands down onto the mat. Take them in front of that right foot. Heel to the right foot out to the side for dragon or lizard lunge. You can stay right here on the hands. You can come down onto the forearms. Or if you would like to add that bind, you can. You can also stay up on the hands to add that bind as well. We're just stretching through that quad. And then always keep the knee, big toe in alignment. So if the knee falls out, take the big toe with it. Breathe through the edge. One more breath. We'll all come back up onto the hands. Tuck the toes of the left leg, lift the left knee. Right leg meets the left. If you want to keep the right leg lifted, you can. Lower down halfway. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg comes down if you lifted. Take a breath. Left leg lifts up. Left knee, left tricep, bring it high. Hug that heel into glutes. Elbow, wrist, release it back, three-legged dog. Left knee to nose, crunch it in, shift forward. Oops, nope, we're coming back. Left knee to nose, stay in that downward dog as you bring that knee into the nose. Now come up high into the toes of the right leg, shift forward. Drop that foot between the hands, right knee comes down. Inhale it up, low lunge. Sit into that leg. And then let's take half splits. Straighten through that front leg. Inhale, create space. Exhale, fold. And just taking a couple breaths to breathe in through the back of the leg. To soften and relax. Check in with the jaw. Are you clenching the jaw? Relax it. And then start to walk it back to low lunge. Keep those hands onto the mat. Take the hands in front of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot out to the side. For dragon or lizard lunge, again, staying on the hands, coming down onto the forearms, or adding that bind. One more breath. Coming back up onto the hands. Tucking the toes of the right leg, left leg meets the right. If you want to keep it lifted, go ahead, lower down halfway. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg comes down, and we're gonna lift the right leg up. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Flex that right foot, open up through the hip. And then if you would like to flip the dog, go ahead and drop that right leg all the way down. Bringing the hips down to the mat and then lifting them up, drawing that right arm up and over. Release back to three-legged dog. Right knee to nose, stay in that downward dog first. Crunch the right knee in. Shift forward onto the left toes. Drop that right foot in between the hands. Inhale the arms up, crescent lunge. Sit into that leg, tuck the tailbone. Warrior two. Arms come out, gaze is over that front middle finger. Drop the left hand onto the left leg, right palm turns up, reverse the warrior. Try not to lose the bend in that front leg. Warrior two. We're gonna come into goddess pose. Cactusing the arms out, sit into the goddess, tuck that tailbone, and let's pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior two, left side. Left elbow, left knee, extended side angle. Back to warrior two. Rotate onto the back toes, crescent lunge, left side. Sit into that leg. Drop the hands down to the mat. Left leg meets the right. Take a flow, lower down halfway. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg lifts up. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Just open up through the hip first. Flex that left foot. Keeping that arm squared off to the mat. And taking a breath. Drop the leg all the way down. Flipping the dog, dropping the hips down to the mat, and then lifting them all the way back up. Release it back to three-legged dog. And then we're just crunching that left knee to nose. Staying in that downward dog, then shifting forward with the right toes, dropping that left foot in between the hands, inhaling up, crescent lunge. Warrior two. Reverse warrior, drop the left hand onto the left leg, right palm turns up. Warrior two. Goddess pose. We're gonna drop the hands to the knees this time and just drop the right shoulder in, looking towards the left. And then pull it out, left shoulder drops in. And then releasing out, cactus those arms out. And we're still gonna pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior two, right side. Right elbow, right knee, extended side angle. Stretch the left arm over the head. Back up to warrior two. Crescent lunge, right side. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Front leg meets the back. Take a flow, lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's pick up the speed a little bit. Right leg lifts up. Bend the knees, stack the hips, flip the dog. Release it back, three-legged dog. Right knee to nose, crunching in. Now shift forward onto those toes. Drop it between the hands. Crescent lunge. Warrior two. Taking goddess pose. Warrior two, left side. Straighten through that front leg. Shift forward for triangle, Trikonasana. So dropping that left hand in front of that left leg to the shin, or if you have your block, you can use your block as well. Stack the shoulders, stack the hips. And then we're gonna take reverse Trikonasana. So right hand is gonna come down. This is where you'll need your block. If you didn't grab it for a Trikonasana, place that block in front of the left foot. Right leg is at a 45 degree. Right hand comes to the block, left arm comes up. And it's okay if the back heel comes off the mat a little bit. Both hands come down to the mat. We're gonna take pyramid pose. So squaring off through the hips. Inhale, create space. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and walk the hands out in front. Kick off the back leg for standing splits. And then if you would like, you can take the left hand to the back of the left leg, trying to bring the forehead in, or you can take that left hand to the right foot. Just try to keep the hips square. We're gonna open up to half moon. Left hand comes in front of that left foot, right arm comes up. And again, if you need to use your block here, place your block in front of the foot, hand comes to the block, stacking through. We're gonna take hands back down. We're gonna take standing needle this time, so you can keep the hip a little bit open, lifting up through that left leg. And then we're gonna take curtsies. So bring that left knee behind the right. We're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that right leg to meet the left. Take a forward fold. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold, maybe grabbing the back of the ankles, pulling the forehead into the shins. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, step, or float to the back of the mat. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Hold the up dog here. Engage the glutes. Press the hands into the mat. And then exhale, downward dog. Left leg lifts up. Bend the knees, stack the hips, flip the dog. Release it back to three-legged dog. Crunch that left knee to nose. Then come up high into the toes of the right foot. Shift forward. Drop the left foot between the hands. Inhale it up. High crescent. Warrior two. Goddess pose. Warrior two, right side. Straighten through that front leg. Shift forward, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Again, if you want to grab that block now, feel free. Stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips. Open up through the heart. And then we're going to take reverse Trikonasana. Left hand comes in front of that right foot. Grab your block if you need it. And you can walk that back foot in a little bit if you need to as well. Keeping the left hand on the mat or on the block. Lift the right arm up. And if that heel comes off the mat, it's okay. You want to be trying to pull it down. Both hands come down to the mat. Pyramid pose. So walking that back leg in a little bit if you need to. Inhale, find that nice space in the belly, space to fold over. Breathe. Relaxing the face and the jaw. And then walking the hands out in front. Kicking off that back leg softly into standing splits. Watch that left hip, right? It wants to come up. Keep it pulled down. Keep lifting that left leg up. And then right hand can come behind the right leg or can grab back for that left foot. Whatever feels good for you. And we're going to take the knee behind for a curtsy. And we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're taking half moon. Right hand comes in front of that right foot. You can use a block if you need to. Open up through the hips, open up through the shoulders. Flexing that foot. One more breath here. Both hands come down to the mat. Find standing needle. So opening up through that hip. Maybe finding a little bit more length. One more breath. Release that left leg to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale for a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands can come to the back of the ankles if you would like. Trying to pull the forehead into the shins. And then softly release out. Inhale for flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the right leg and the left. Lower down halfway. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg lifts up. Bend the knees, stack the hips, flip the dog. This time as we come out of flipping the dog, we're going to come into Vashisthasana, side plank. And then we're going to try to bring that right foot all the way up towards the mat, towards the hands, into low lunge. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, find half splits. Inhale, create that space. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back to low lunge. Crescent airplane, tuck the toes, chest to thigh, arms come back. Inhale to star pose. We're going to take wide-legged forward fold. So hands are going to come to the hips, hinging from the waist, folding over. Hands can come through the middle of the legs or to the outside of the feet. We want to try to pull the crown of the head towards the mat. Breathing here. Slowly walk the hands back out to a flat back. Hands come up to the waist, hinge from the waist all the way up. Warrior 2, left side. Crescent lunge, left side. We're going to bring the hands to prayer. We're going to float off this back leg softly. Floating into warrior 3. Into standing splits. We're going to find a little bend into that left leg. Back to warrior 3. Nice. Bring that right leg to meet the left. Chair pose. Sit down into that chair. We're going to bring the hands just out in front so they're level with the shoulders. Yeah. We're going to Rotate up onto the toes into awkward chair. Inhale, chair. Bring it back, heels come down, lift the arms up. Exhale, awkward chair. Inhale, chair. Exhale, awkward. One more, inhale, chair. Exhale, awkward. Hold it here. We're gonna slowly go down for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna find toe stand here. So trying to even the legs out so they're parallel to the floor. And then once you find the balance, start to bring the hands to prayer. You may fall out. It's okay if you fall out. Take the hands down to the mat. We're gonna take the knees down to the mat. And prepare for Camel Pose. So knees are gonna be hip width apart. You can take the hands into 2 fists between the knees to make sure that they're hip width apart. And then you're gonna take the hands to the back of the leg, to the lower back. Like you're putting your hands into your jean pockets. Open up through the chest. Try to bring the elbows together. And you wanna try and keep the hips stacked over the knees, right? If you start to go back and the hips start to go back, you do not want this. You wanna keep them lifted, pushed forward. So take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, push the hips forward and start to go back. You can keep the neck just like this, or you can let it go back all the way. Yogi's choice, whatever feels good for you. Once you feel like you can reach, try to reach back for the heels, go ahead. 2 breaths here. 1 more. Hands come back to the lower back. We're gonna tuck the toes, sit back onto the heels, and just rotating back into toe stands. Hands come to prayer. Find the balance, find a focal point, a drishti. Nice, bring it all the way down. And we're gonna take a little counter pose for camel. So bring the hands onto the feet so that the fingertips are in between. And then we're just rounding through the spine. So finding that counter pose for camel. Forehead comes to the knees, and then find a nice round from the cervical spine all the way down to the lumbar. And then release out. We're gonna grab our blocks, both of our blocks. We're gonna do some tricep dips. So blocks are gonna come behind us. Hands are gonna come onto the blocks so the fingertips are facing towards the feet. And we're gonna take a reversed tabletop. So lift the hips. So we're gonna bend into the triceps, lower the hips, and then come back up. Lower and up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the bottom all the way down. Take the right arm in front. Take that left hand to the right arm. So just left hand comes in front. Remember, like this. Yeah, there you go. So just finding that stretch into the shoulder, into the arm, and then release that. We'll take the other side. Left arm crosses over, right arm comes in front of that left arm. And then release out the arms. We're gonna come all the way onto our backs. We're gonna lift the right leg. Hands are gonna come to the ankle. And then just lift up the shoulders. Nice. And then we're gonna switch. And switch. We're going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last set, 9, 10. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then release out. We're gonna take a rock and roll up to chair pose. We'll just take 2 here on the second one, coming into chair. And then straightening the legs, Tadasana, mountain pose. Just take a breath here. Inhale, circle the sun. Exhale, flat back, fold it down. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, step, or float. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. We're coming onto the left side, left leg lifts up. Bend the knees, stack the hips, flip the dog. Coming into Vashisthasana from here, side plank. And then carrying that left leg all the way up to the top into low lunge. Inhale the arms up. Finding half splits. Walking the hands back down to low lunge. Tucking the toes, airplane crescent. Star pose. And then we'll take that wide-legged forward fold second time around. And option to do headstand if you would like. We're hinging from the waist all the way down. If you're taking headstand, interlace the hands. Head is gonna go inside the head. Pressing the hands to the head. Start to lift the legs up. Or you can also just take forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. If you're in headstand, slowly start to come out. And then hinging from the waist, hands come to the hips all the way up. Warrior 2, right side. From Warrior 2, rotate onto that back leg, Crescent Lunge. Hands come to prayer. We're floating off that back leg into Warrior 3. Creating that nice straight line. Drop the hands down to the mat, standing splits. Lengthen through the back of the leg. And then find a little bend into that leg. Lift it back up into Warrior 3. Release that left leg to meet the right, chair pose. Inhale the arms up. We're gonna come up onto the toes. Awkward chair, so hands come out in front. They're level with the shoulders. And we're slowly going all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe stand. Leveling the thighs parallel to the mat or parallel to your floor. Hands come to prayer. Dropping the knees down to the mat to take camel pose. So again, to get the knees hip width, take 2 fists, place them in between. And then taking the hands to the lower back. Hug the elbows, open up through the chest, and then go back. If you feel comfortable to grab back for the heels, go ahead. Two more breaths here. Last breath. Hands come to the lower back. Coming all the way back up, sit back onto the heels. We're gonna come all the way onto the bottom for that counter pose. So hands are gonna come under the feet. Forehead to the knee, round through the spine. And then releasing out. Last set of tricep dips. Bringing the blocks behind, hands come to the blocks. Place the feet onto the mat, lift up through the hips. So this time we're gonna lift the right leg. Tricep dip down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right leg comes down, left leg lifts up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it all the way down. Let's just stretch those arms. So we're going to take the right hand behind. Right hand comes to the small of the back. Left hand comes up and over. Press the head back. And then just switch. Right hand comes to left elbow, left hand behind. Press the head back into the arm. And then release out. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then ready for our crunches. What do they call these? 100s, I think. The 100s. All right, ready for our 100s. Coming down, lifting the right leg, left leg hovers. Grabbing at the ankle. It's okay if the knee is bent. Just get down a little bit. Okay. And then switching. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, yogis. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Hands come to the back of the legs. Take 2 rock and rolls. Coming up into chair pose. And then finding that forward fold. Taking our last flow here. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, step, or float. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward dog. We're gonna inhale the right leg. Right knee to nose, crunch it in, shift forward, right foot comes between the hands, left knee comes down. We're gonna take that left hand in front of the right foot, right arm comes up, and then try to grab back for the right foot. Stretching that quad before we come into full splits. Releasing out. And then either taking half splits or coming into full splits. I have an injury on this side, so I'm not going to take full splits. But Amber will take full splits on this side. Inhale if you're taking half splits. Exhale, fold. If you're taking full splits, you can use that block again, as Amber's doing, right under the leg, to help get the hips squared. And we're going to take 5 breaths here. So just breathing in, relaxing in, settling into the pose. Three more breaths. Two. Last one. So if you're in full splits, go ahead and just roll onto the right side, allowing that left leg to come out in front. And if you're in half splits, just coming back to low lunge. From Amber, crossing the legs, coming back into downward dog. Hands come back, release the right leg back, downward dog. And we'll take that left leg, lift that left leg up. Left knee to nose, crunch it in, shift forward, drop the right knee down. Right hand in front of left foot, left arm reaches back. Or sorry, right arm reaches back for that left foot. Stretching that quad. And then releasing out. And we're gonna come into that low lunge and then finding half splits or full splits. Using that block if you need to help get the hips squared. And then breathing here. Four more breaths. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Settle into the pose. Relax the back of the leg. Last breath. And then again, we're just gonna roll onto that left hip, releasing the right leg to meet the left. Crossing the ankles, hands come down to the mat, taking it back to downward dog. Now we're gonna drop to the knees, coming all the way onto our bottoms for a forward fold. So legs are gonna come out in front. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale, fold over. So just how we started. We started in a forward fold, and maybe noticing the body, right? Bringing that awareness to how the body feels from the beginning of class to now. It's where we start to get to know our bodies, start to tune back in. Remember, yoga is a study of the self. A lot of times when we begin yoga, we don't have the body awareness. And this is where we learn. This is where we learn to notice little energies, subtle energies flowing through the body. Last breath. Slowly come all the way back up. Lengthening the arms up, and then arms come down by the side. We're gonna open up to take a wide-legged forward fold. So we came into our splits, and now we're gonna find our leg stretch. If this is too much, you can use your block and just place it under the hips. We're gonna take the hands out in front to lengthen through the crown of the head. And then with that nice flat back, start to walk the hands forward until you get to your degree. Watch the feet. The feet are gonna wanna come forward. Try to keep them lifted up, pointed up towards the ceiling, and rotating the thighs back. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck, relax the jaw, breathe into the legs. Slowly start to walk the hands back up. We're going to take side stretches. So we're going to take that left hand in front of the left leg, reaching the right arm over, and just finding that side stretch. So watch the right shoulder, just how we started. Watch that shoulder. It wants to come forward. Keep it open. If you can grab for the toes, you can try for the toes, but just open up through that shoulder. Keep the breath flowing. And then release out. Stay low, walk over to the right side. Right hand comes in front of that right leg. Left arm comes up and over. Watch that shoulder. If you can grab for those toes, you can try, but just don't let the shoulder come all the way down. And getting deep into the side body. And then releasing out. Walking the hands up and then taking the legs to the front of the mat. We're going to come all the way down onto our backs. Give ourselves a nice big hug. Connect the forehead to the knees and create gratitude. Think of one thing you are grateful for. And then let's find happy baby, grabbing the outside of the feet. Releasing the legs up into waterfall, rotating out through the ankles. If you would like to take shoulder stand, go ahead and lift the hips. Stacking. Or just placing a block under the hips. If you want to take plow from here. And Deaf Man's Pose. Come back to plow. Slowly lower down, pressing the hands into the mat as you come all the way back down into waterfall. And just rotate out the ankles, rotate out the wrist. Snap the fingers. And then releasing out. Legs come down. Use the hands to assist you all the way up. We're going to come back into that downward dog. So cross the ankles for our last pose, a pigeon pose. As you know, we always have to end in pigeon. Lift the left leg up, left knee, left wrist. Left foot comes to the right hip crease. Squaring off through the hips and then folding over. Forehead to the mat. Settle in here for 5 breaths. breaths, breathing into the hip. Three more breaths. Relax here, relax into the hips. Focus on the breath. Allowing the breath to relax the hips. Last breath. Slowly walk the hands, coming all the way up. Tucking the toes of the right leg. Releasing that left leg to meet the right. Just finding a little rock to the hips if that feels good for you. And then the right leg lifts up. We're going to take the right knee to the right wrist. Right foot comes to the left hip crease. Walk the left leg back, squaring off through the hips. And then folding over, settling in for those 5 breaths. Relax the face and the jaw and the shoulders. Breathe through to the hips. Remember, this pose begins the moment you want to come out. So the moment you say, I'm done, try to stay in. Try to breathe through. Two more breaths. Last breath. After that final exhale, slowly walk the hands back up. Tucking the toes of the left leg, releasing the right foot to meet the left. And just taking a little rock to the hips, side to side, or whatever feels good for you. And then we're going to drop the knees down to the mat. We're going to find a nice, comfortable space on the back, on your backs for Savasana. So we encourage you, we're going to stop this film, but we encourage you to take 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of Savasana after your practice. We always say in class, it's the most important part of your practice. And I'm going to end by reading so just settling in to Savasana, allowing the hands to come out by the side, open, allowing the feet to splay out to the side. Embrace change. You don't have to fear change. What you need to fear, a friend once told me, is things remaining the same. When that happens, life has stopped. Life is an evolution. Your life is constantly, quietly evolving each moment into something new, something different, something that adds gracefully, beautifully, and perfectly to what was. You can trust the process with all its insights, clarity, confusion, and emotions. You can trust that process with its peace, joy, laughter, and its side trips. Learn to honor and love the process of continual evolution and transformation. It's how things grow. It's how you grow. It's how life is. Learn to embrace change. the light and love in me, honors the light and love in you. Namaste.